So we have discussed about how we can transfer the charge from one body to another body. Now let's discuss about the properties of charges. See, properties of charges is very important because from this topic we always because from this topic there must be 1 to 2 questions in your board exams, right? So this is very important. Listen to it very carefully. Properties of charges. When we start the video, I told you about that basically charge have no particular definition even after the advancement of science, because we don't know that how the charge is created. We don't know what is inside an electron. We don't know about it. We don't know what is inside a quark. That is why we don't have any particular definition of charge, but we know the properties of charges. It means how it behaves when brought to close to another charge, right? How it creates the electrical field, how it behaves into the electrical field, how it creates magnetic field, how it behaves into the magnetic field. We all know, all these things we know about them, right? So let us discuss the properties of charge. The very first property, first property is the conservation of charge. It is similar to the conservation of energy. Like we have studied the conservation of energy in the class 10th. What was the law of conservation of energy? Law of conservation of energy was energy neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be only transferred from one body to the another body, right? Similarly, the same law is the same law is with the charge. The charge cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed, it can be only transferred from one body to the another body. As you can see the similarity between the conservation of charge and conservation of energy. Energy neither be created nor be destroyed. Similarly, charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only transfer from one body to the another body. There's another thing about the energy, that energy is the amount of energy in the whole universe is constant, right? Similarly, if we talk about the charges also, they are the amount of charge in the universe is constant. We cannot create a new charge. So this is all about the conservation of charge. Simply, as I give an example, suppose we have a body A and we have a body B. Suppose the body A have some negative charge and the body B is neutral. That means when body A have, let's say, 2 unit negative charge and the body B is neutral. Now when we connect the body A to body B, some of the charge will transfer from the body A to body B. Now after connecting them, the body A become -1 unit and body B also become -1 unit. So again, if you calculate the charge before and after connecting them, you'll find that before connecting them it was -2 and after connecting them again they are -2. So there is no charges created on the another body. It just transfer from the body A to body B. So this law of conservation of charge states that, let me state it again for you, that it states that charge neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be only transfer from one body to the another body. All right. Second, we have quantization of charge. It is very important topic, quantization of charge. Now, what is quantization of charge? Quantization means that charge can only be found into a particular group, into a particular amount. If you want to transfer the charge from one body to the another body, there must be some minimum amount of charge that can you transfer. you can't transfer a charge minimum from a particular value. Let's say I'm not talking about what is the value of that minimum charge. Let's say the minimum amount of charge that you can transfer from one body to the another body is 1 unit. This is the minimum. Maximum you can go for 2, 3, 4, 5 lakhs, crore, anything, right? But minimum is 1 unit. It means the quantization of charge is 1 unit. We can't break that one charge into 2 pieces, and we can't transfer that half piece to the other particle. This means the quantization of charge. And here in the electrostatic, we studied that the quantization of charge is nothing but electron. We can transfer at least one electron from one body to the another body, right? We can transfer more than one electron, but obviously we can't transfer half electron. So if you are transferring the one electron from body A to body B, that means transfer of charge is E. The letter, it is represented by the E. Letter E, that is the electron, charge of electron, is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, negative. That means when you transfer the charge from one body to another body, the minimum amount of charge that can transfer from the one body to another is 1 E, which is equals to this. Now you can transfer 200,000-300,000 lakhs of electron, but it can't be less than 1. So this is your quantization of charge. So the charge is represented by the letter Q. Sometimes it represented by letter small q. It doesn't matter. So capital Q is nothing but N into E plus minus, where N is a whole number, where N will be equals to 1, 2, 3 and so on, and the value of E is already written here. So this property is known as quantization of charge. कितनी होगी वीडियो?
8 मिनट, वो बीच में आ गया था, साथ ही समझो 7 मिनट और बची है, 8 मिनट,
ठीक है. So this is your quantization of charge. We have some other quantities which we find the nature in quantized form, like energy. Energy is also quantized. The quantization of energy is E equals to h nu. E equals to h nu. When nu is frequency, you must have studied in this topic in the chemistry. Further, we'll study this topic in physics also. The angular momentum, L equals to mvr equals to nh upon 2 pi. So there are some quantities in the nature which are quantized. We can't transfer these quantity into another body with some less than a minimum value, right? So that's all about the quantization of charge. Next property is charge is invariant. Now what does it mean? Charge is invariant means if a body is stationary and we give some amount of charge to that body, let's say 2 unit. Now the body is in the motion. So is the value of charge while the body is motion gets changed or it remains same? If it remains same, and this is the meaning of charge is invariant. That means charge does not depend upon the motion. If body is stationary or the body is moving, the value of charge, the magnitude of charge, they will remain same. Unlike mass, because we know that mass is not invariant, because when we speed up mass after some particular speed, when it reaches to close to the speed of light, the mass of the body start increasing, and that is why mass is not invariant, but charge is invariant. It does not change it with speed. That is the invariant property of charge. Next, we can say it's not a property, but we can say it's a concept that charge cannot comes without a mass. Obviously, where we find the charges. We find the charges into the atom, right? An atom is basically, it's a particle. Particle have some mass, and that mass have a property of charge. So if we don't have a particle, that means we don't have a mass, and if we don't have a mass, we can't have a charge. So charge, if we can say body can have mass without charge, but a body can't have charge without mass, because charge comes with the mass. So I told you that two unlike charges attract, but two alike charges repel. So what is the reason behind it? Why no two unlike charges repel and alike charges attract? There must be some reason behind it. What is the reason behind it? We will study in the next part, that is electrical field. So what we have studied in these lecture, first, what are the fundamental of charges? It means what is the introduction. Then we see how we can transfer the charge from one body to another body. So we have three processes where we can do it by rubbing, that is friction. We can do it by conduction, and we can do it by induction. And then finally, we have studied about the properties of charges, like how the charge behaves, right? So, thank you.